Hello and welcome. Hola, bienvenidos a todos los espectadores para el partido de hoy. Welcome, guys, to the match of today between Odisha and Defensa y Justicia, all the way from the Fatorda Stadium in Goa. It is a very warm evening, 27 degrees, 87% humidity, August the 25th, this auspicious day between that has Odisha play against Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia all the way from Argentina. So, all of you, no matter where you are from, whether you're from the subcontinent of India or from Argentina, a warm welcome, un saludo cordial a todos los aficionados de ambos equipos. And now, let's just welcome both teams entering the ground and the stadium, and we will be seeing the both head coaches talking to our camera just as we start. Sergio Lovera first.
For me as a coach, it's very good to have the opportunity to play this tournament because I think it's a good opportunity in my opinion, the most important period of the season, the pre-season. To be able to play against very good teams in a very good environment, and I think it's very helpful for me to prepare the team in the best way possible to start the ISL competition to play this tournament. No? We are coming with a full squad, and we are ready to try some things to arrive in the first ISL game in the best conditions as possible. I think it's amazing, no, to have in India tournaments like this, no. I think it's good for us to have foreign teams, foreign clubs, and very good clubs coming here to play against to us. It's good test for us also to play against very good teams, and I think it's amazing, no. Hopefully, it's possible to be more tournaments like this in India, because it's amazing to play against these teams in this stadium and in Goa. Now we are in the pre-season, no? And we are looking for some targets, especially fitness target. But we need to compete. We need to compete well. We are here to try to win the tournament because always it's important to be competitive, always it's important to win, but the most important thing and the main target is to prepare the team in the best condition as possible to arrive in the first game in ISL. But we want to win. We are here to try to win the tournament.
So Sergio Lovera, they're here to win the tournament, and they have a full squad ready for Defensa y Justicia. I'll translate if he doesn't speak in English. Edgardo Candia, head coach.
Primero que todo, agradecerle, muy contento de estar participando de un torneo en India. Para nosotros es la primera vez que un equipo de Defensa y Justicia sale a un país tan grande,
it's the first time a team that Defensa y Justicia goes out.
He's very happy to be coming here at Defensa y Justicia.
Yeah, there you go.
As a club for the first time in India.
El equipo está completado por jugadores sub-20. ¿sí? La idea del club es mostrar el buen trabajo que tiene el fútbol formativo de Defensa y Justicia.
The idea of the club is to show the youth talents that Defensa y Justicia has.
We want to show how the club of Defensa y Justicia works with the youth in their club. ¿Qué es tu preparación por la torneo en la India versus los equipos de India?
Para mí es una experiencia muy linda enfrentar a equipos
brilliant
de otro
experience
continente.
to take on different teams from different continents.
Tienen muchos jugadores extranjeros,
reality,
jugadores de
they have a lot of foreigners,
extranjeros, de conocido, de
a lot
buen
of
nivel.
foreign coaches,
Para nosotros es todo
good
muy
quality.
nuevo y muy lindo a la vez.
For them, it's all very new and very beautiful experience.
Even him and the club with the players, they are very excited to play because the players are professional and they have a lot of foreign players, so they want to experience how the teams play over here, and they are hoping for a beautiful experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, all set. For the kickoff, match number 4. Odisha.
Es objetivo personal y objetivo de equipo por la torneo y objetivo de equipo por la torneo. Primera vez fuera de Argentina.
Sí, el objetivo personal siempre es el mismo, tratar de que los chicos
Objective
vean,
is
o mejor
to
dicho, transmitan en la cancha lo que nosotros trabajamos
the
en el club.
boys
Lo
to
que
show on the
trabaja el
pitch
club
what they work
desde
on
inicio,
the
de
training
la
ground
formación,
and how
la
the
idea
club
de tratar de
works.
jugar la pelota al piso,
To try and play the ball on the floor.
jugar bien desde
El
abajo,
piso means
tratar
the
de
floor.
jugar asociado. Eso es lo que vemos.
Man, I should be a translator.
Personally, just wants to show the way they play football and make sure that it is a good game for everyone.
Jugar al piso means playing on the floor, playing tiki-taka football. So that's what we are expecting from Club Defensa y Justicia, Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia, of course. Well done. Well, guys, that was both coaches there talking to each other. We are now going to see the lineups for both of these teams, of course. So we will be watching that now shortly for Odisha and Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia. So it's going to be interesting to see the two teams that are here at the moment. So, I take this opportunity to, before we talk about the lineups, to introduce my partner in crime, Junaid. So, Junaid, welcome to the broadcast here today. Just before we show the lineups, a hi from you, please.
Thank you, Joel. Always a pleasure to be alongside. It's a double header as far as Odisha fans are concerned. It's the men's team competing here and some 4,000 kilometers away from where we are at. The Women's AFC Champions League gets underway with Odisha competing. Of course, the game at hand promises to be a big one, though the players from the academy have turned up for Deportiva Defensa Justicia, but let's make no mistake about it, it's a team from the South American continent. I know you're getting to my Spanish, but that's all right. Like Sergio Rodriguez mentioned, it's the preparation. They've got the full squad. They want to be ready for that first game at the ISL, and they are here to win this one. And on the other side,
Sergio.
The visitors would be fancying their chances on getting the experience from this part of the world.
It's Sergio Rodriguez Lovera. Yes, so it's Lovera. Rodriguez is his middle name. So in Spain, we don't really use the middle name as a surname or anything like that. So it will be Sergio Lovera, of course. We're still waiting for the lineups to pop up. I can just tell you that Odisha are playing with Amrinder Singh, Ame Ranawade, Carlos Rodriguez, Rohit Kumar, Lal Tatanga, Hugo Bumus, Jerry Larinzuala, Isaac, Roy Krishna, Moiran Tentoiba Singh, Rai Mali. On the bench, Diego Mauricio, Reina Fernandez, and I will carry on afterwards. And for Defensa Justicia González, Brian Acosta, Mirko Bohiler, Roman González, Pedro Bormida, Paso Fernández, Busto Gabriel, Cruz Vergara, Lorenzo Ivancic, Imanol Machado y David Cruz, Tomás Vilagra, Franco Valdés, Fabián Parroni, Alessandro Sosa, Nicolás Vázquez, Benítez Oberman y Agustín Quiroga. On the bench, head coach Edgardo Candia. They put it wrong, you know. They put the surname at the front and the name at the back, which is not supposed to be like that. I'll have to speak to the producers about that. But anyways, it is Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia against Odisha Football Club in this match between two different clubs, two different countries, two different continents, two polar opposite areas of the world. It is going to be an amazing experience for both of these contingents. And of course, David Rebello, the referee for today's encounter. Junaid, happy to be here with you, very excited. I know that, or you know very well already that I'm going to be with you alongside it. So if you do need to, ask about the pronunciation of one of the names, I am more than happy to tell you. So that would be fantastic. And guys, we have our first super chat already. Tiago sending 50 Argentinian pesos, I think. I'm not sure. He says, Varela, manda aguante, Varela, vamos los pibes. Basically meaning, let's go, boys. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So, we are all set for this game between two big clubs. Defensa y Justicia, of course, finished last season in 6th position in the Argentine Super League. But this, of course, is the under-20s. So it's going to be a completely different experience, and one for los pibes, as I say in Argentina, for the kids to enjoy. And it will send, Junaid, it will show the level that Indian football is at the moment. Because if they manage to win this game against a fully fledged Odisha with Hugo Bumus and Isaac and Roy Krishna and Amrinder Singh and so forth, with Indian international players, then there will be a lot of questions to be asked that need answers from the people in Indian football, because it won't be a good showing, would it, Junaid, if that happens? Let's be frank.
I think it's a very strong side. It's a very strong side, Odisha FC have fielded. Of course, they've got the likes of Diego Mauricio sitting out on the bench, and they've got some new faces as well. It's Rahim Ali, Rohit Kumar, a lot of internationals. So I do see them going all the way and winning this fixture. I don't want to predict early on, but if you want to go have a go at it, you may, or you have to. But then, yes, it's going to be a different experience altogether for the visitors as well, coming into this part of the world and facing one of the top-notch sides in the ISL, finished 4th last season in the group table, and then getting knocked out in the semis. They had a decent they had a good Kalinga Super Cup. I was about to say Carling Cup, where they lost in the final to East Bengal by 3-2 as we go underway here at Fatoda.
So, Odisha, if you're joining us now, will be in red, and Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia will be in white. Early attack here for Odisha. Cross coming in, it's a decent one, cleared away though by the centre back. Shot from distance goes over the bar. So a lot of people are suggesting that we in the commentary box are underestimating Odisha. We clearly are not. We're just saying that, you know, if Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia play with the under-20s and they still manage to somehow win this game against a fully fledged Odisha team, then there will be a lot of questions that need to be answered. That's all we said. And we're in the right to say that, because that is the truth. Ball now for the goalkeeper, Gonzalez, Maximo Gonzalez. Cleared away though. Nice pocket of space there for Hugo Bumus. That goes out of play for a throw-in for Defensa y Justicia. The head coach did say in the interview, Junaid, that they were going to try and play the ball on the floor, which is their style of playing football. So that is going to be quite interesting, isn't it?
Well, that's right. And let me correct some of the fans, because we haven't said Odisha FC won't be able to come out with all guns blazing. Yes, I mean, for me personally, I do see them as favorites. If there's a prediction on the line, then I would say 3-1 in favor of Odisha FC. Let's see how it pans out.
We do try to entertain all of you from wherever you may be, whether it's from India or from abroad, from Argentina in this case, from Australia last night and from Brisbane Raw. So we do try to entertain as much as possible, and we do try to get our facts right. And that's what we try to produce here on Sportscast, in Sportscast India. So we will try our very best to get the pronunciations right and to get the whole game as correct as we possibly can. Foul now for Defensa y Justicia. Of course, the Argentinian side, Defensa y Justicia, have come all the way from Buenos Aires, so it's going to take a little bit of time for them to adjust. Do you see that being a problem, Junaid?
Well, I think yes, because we did see with Brisbane Roar yesterday, they did find it a bit difficult to get going, especially in the first half. But then, the moment they settled in, we saw the exploits coming in the second half. It's going to be no different to the way Deportiva Defensa Justicia plays this fixture. We'll have to wait and see how long they take to settle themselves in and then come out.
Ball now for Odisha, trying to build up from the back. We have another 100. I'm not sure if that's Argentinian soles or pesos. I'm not sure what it is. Here comes Odisha, though. Chance, opportunity. Oh! Well, what a moment that was for Odisha. They could have opened the scoring there. That was a brilliant move. And in the end, I think it was Hugo Bumus who couldn't put it into the back of the net. Yeah, it was Hugo Bumus. Great block there by Acosta, Brian Acosta. So, fantastic block by Acosta to try and prevent that that initial goal. Corner kick for Odisha. In swinger. Decent ball in. Maximo Gonzalez punches the ball away. Ball back to the goalkeeper, Amrinder Singh. Looking for Ranawade. Ranawade back to Jerry. Jerry opens it up wide. Once again to Ranawade. So it's a 9 o'clock kickoff. The game has been postponed till 9 o'clock, Junaid. Again, it's a late kickoff here in Goa. Odisha previously thought they were having a game at 7, so maybe that has caught them a little bit by surprise. But they're firing on all cylinders. Here they come again on the attack. Chance, opportunity! Oh, cleared off the line! And straight into the hands of Maximo Gonzalez. Odisha are dominating this game, Junaid. Second chance in as many minutes already.
That's right, and they are on the ascendancy right now because they've come out all guns blazing. Beautiful cross before that, and then good clearance, should I say. Trying to build it from the back.
Good defending by, it was good defending by Defensa y Justicia at the end. I think it was Brian Acosta again, or Bohiler, with the final line clearance. It's a slow start to Defensa y Justicia. This is number 18 now, Cruz. Cruz, decent looking ball, but it's going to go straight to Amrinder Singh. It's a great start for Odisha. I mean, they are really putting their pedal or their foot on the pedal here, going full throttle early on. It's going to take, this is my own personal belief, it's going to take some time for Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia to get accustomed to the conditions, to the humidity. It's not this humid in Buenos Aires. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is 87% humidity right now in Goa. It's a very hot evening. Even if it's just 28 or 29 degrees, at 87% humidity, it's absolutely sticky and boiling. So it's going to take some time for them to get used to the conditions in Goa. That's going to play a huge effect, Junaid, I believe.
That's right, and they're going to grow into the game as the time progresses. Still early days, 6 minutes in. The deadlock is yet to be broken. Odisha have shown the signs of getting into the attacking third and getting those final ball, taking those shots on target. They've come close on a couple of occasions. Yes.
So for people asking us, because people are asking us, Junaid, whether this is Defensa y Justicia's main team. It isn't. It's not the reserve team or the main team. It's the under-20s. So that is the team that Odisha are playing against here today. Long bursting run down the wing now for number 11. This is Ivancic. Looking for a ball in for Defensa y Justicia. That's going to go out for a corner kick. So Ivancic and Bohiler combining their number 3 and number 11. So good combination play there by both the winger and the fullback. So it's going to be an opportunity now for Defensa y Justicia to put the ball into the box and try and perhaps get their centre-backs up there and try and create something from basically nothing inside the first 8 minutes. It's all been Odisha so far. Corner for Defensa y Justicia. It's going to be an in-swinger. Amrinder Singh on his toes. Corner kick coming in to the back post. That goes over everyone's heads and it goes out of play for a throw-in for Odisha. So let's discuss this Odisha side. Amrinder Singh in goal, Ranawade, Delgado, Jerry and Toibar at the back, Rohit Kumar, Laltatanga and Bumus in the middle, with Isaac Krishna, Roy Krishna and Rahim Ali on the wing. What do you make of that squad, Junaid?
It's a pretty strong squad to begin with. And Diego Mauricio sitting out on the bench. We've got Hugo Bomas, of course, who's made his move from Mohan Bagan. There's Rahim Ali, who's made his move from Chennai. And then Rohit through the middle. It's a very strong lineup. We've already talked about how good Chennai could be, and then Odisha FC, of course, with some new signings, could be those dark horses who are trying to go one better this season, probably.
It's interesting that you mentioned Diego Mauricio on the bench. I mean, the Brazilian is a pretty important player, a pretty important part of the cog, the wheel of this Odisha side. So he's on the bench today, ready for sure to come on if need be against this under-20 side from Argentina, Defensa y Justicia. So you have Roy Krishna with plenty of experience, the Fijian international player, Rahim Ali, of course, Hugo Bumus, the Moroccan player, absolutely cracking player, Delgado at the back, Amrinder in goal. You have international players, Indian international players. You have Krishna, who plays for Fiji, Diego Mauricio. So it's a very strong Odisha side. And on the other hand, Defensa y Justicia is just full of youth, under 20, so 19 years old, 18 years old. So it's a very youthful team, which makes me think that perhaps they will be fit in the sense of that in Argentina they're currently playing football, so that could level things out actually, Junaid. Here in India, of course, we have the pre-season now, and in Argentina they are playing football, regular football, the reserve team and the senior team and the under-20 team. So will that level the playing field, considering that perhaps the humidity levels in Goa and the temperature and the jet lag, maybe the fact that they are match ready, they are match fit, will that level things up? What do you think?
That could be the telling difference, but all these players are pros and they are in that preparation mode as of now to get things underway with the ISL. That could make an impact, but I don't think so, because at the end of the day, all these are professionals, and I'm pretty sure they are match ready, tournament ready perhaps, and they are here to win this one. Could make an impact because they have got more minutes under the belt because they are already playing back in Argentina. But then, like I said, Odisha FC looks like they are a ready team who are in full preparatory mode for the campaign to begin next month.
So yeah, as a coach myself, I do look at these little nuances because, trust me, Junaid, it does make a big difference. Even though you're playing a youth side, that they are match ready and you are still not. A professional, the Odisha players, we'll talk about this now. Free kick though for Odisha coming in. Cleared away though by Defensa Justicia. Again, the rebound. That eventually gets cleared away. It does make a huge difference because these Odisha players haven't played competitively in a few months. They haven't had friendlies. They haven't played competitively. I mean, many of them did not play in the Durand Cup. So it's interesting to see at what stage they're in. Let's see. I mean, it bodes well for both teams at the moment. I think it's going to be a very level and equal game, and Odisha, as you rightly pointed out, might just pip them to the finish line, I guess. Free kick for Defensa Justicia. It is 0-0 between these two sides. It's going to be a free kick for Defensa Justicia. Free kick coming in from the men in white. Not a bad ball in. It's going to be a free kick. Junaid, Odisha did participate in the Durand Cup, but they did send their reserve team. So, I mean, the main players were not completely participating in that. So that's why I'm saying that perhaps they're still feeling a little bit out of touch with the whole situation at the moment. For any of the fans asking, how can we say that it's a pre-season, the Durand Cup has also been taking place? Well, many of these ISL sides do send their reserve teams to the Durand Cup to get experience, their youth teams. So that's the reason why we are discussing it like this. So 15 minutes in, who will be the happier of the two teams, Junaid? The Argentinians or Odisha?
Well, it's even Stevens at the moment because they've come close a couple of times, so they could have scored probably. And at the moment, it's pretty much balanced. It was a fiery start to begin with, and then things have dried down just a little bit. The tempo has come down.
It has, hasn't it? I mean, it's becoming into perhaps the kind of game that the Argentinians wanted it to be. A bit of slower tempo. Look at this. That's some nice football there by Defensa Justicia. They're just trying to pass the ball around. The head coach did mention at the beginning of the game that they were going to be trying to play in el piso, meaning they were trying to be playing on the ground. They do have players that are capable of this, it seems. So that's kudos to them. This is Roman Gonzalez, number 4. Long ball forward, and that goes straight out for a goal kick for Amrinder Singh to take eventually. Sergio Lovera there, the Spanish head coach, the tactician for Odisha, did a fantastic job with them last campaign. We'll be looking to repeat and improve in this campaign, of course. We've seen FC Goa, we've seen Chennai already for the ISL. Odisha, 15 minutes in. What do you make of them for this season, Junaid? Hold that thought, Junaid. Hold that thought. Chance here for Defensa Justicia. And that eventually is clear. Yep, Junaid. Go on, Junaid.
It was just 15 minutes in, but by the looks of it, Chennai look pretty solid to begin with because they didn't waste any time and got on the score sheet. Some lovely balls played in forward. They look like a proper unit to me. And then a few extra signings that they have this season could be that telling difference. Like I said, it's just 15 minutes in to assess anything from Odisha FC's perspective. On the FC Goa side, they have looked a decent outfit as well. Didn't get going in the first half, but when they found their foot in, they exploited the game left, right and centre. Scored 4 goals in the second half against Sporting Club de Goa. All in all, it's good progress.
I agree with you. We've seen some very good games already. Chennai, of course, hammered Churchill Brothers 4-1 earlier today. If you haven't seen Gurgarat Singh's goal number 3, I suggest you go onto our YouTube channel and put the highlights of that game and try and find it, because it was an absolute belter. It reminded me of Zinedine Zidane against Bayer Leverkusen, that kind of finish. Absolutely incredible. And I mean, I guess the question that we have now is just playing the ball at the back. This is number 24, Toiba. The question we have now is, will Odisha be able to grab this game by the scruff of the neck? They started really well the first 2 or 3 minutes. They were all over Defensa Justicia like a rash. But it's just petered a little bit after that, Junaid. It's a bit quieter. There's more passing involved. There's less direct football. There's a foul there on Hugo Bumu by number 9, Vergara. It's just quieter down. The tempo has dropped significantly, hasn't it?
Well, that's right, and it's been sedate last 8-9 minutes. I haven't seen direct play from Odisha FC. They have enjoyed the ball, but then nothing tangible has come out from there. Hustling for the ball in that corner. It's taken a knock and gone out for a throw-in in favor of Odisha FC.
So we have a super chat. James Andrews sending 40 rupees. Come on, Odisha, score a goal. Well, maybe they will hear you eventually. But it's been a pretty sedate game so far. Only the 2 initial opportunities for Odisha by Ugo Bumu, which he didn't really convert. And Defensa Justicia are getting their act together. They're just... It's the first time ever, the head coach was saying, it's the first time ever that they are playing any sort of game outside of Argentina, outside of the continent, because of course they have played the Copa Sudamericana before. But it's the first time that they've experienced this sort of competition and opponent. So for them, it's also a brand new experience, and I'm pretty sure that they are soaking it all up and taking it all in. Para nuestros aficionados desde Argentina, en Argentina, un saludo muy cordial desde acá de la India. Esperemos que disfrutéis del streaming que tenemos acá en Sportscast y que, bueno, que sigáis a vuestro equipo de Defensa y Justicia en este bello trámite que están ahora mismo acá en la India, este viaje que estáis haciendo, ¿no? Así que un saludo cordial desde acá. And back to English, guys. I was just trying to talk to our Argentinian fans and supporters watching from Argentina. Here comes Odisha once more. And still 0-0, 20 minutes in, so it's already 20 minutes in this game. 0-0. And the 2 only chances that I've had here, Junaid, came from Odisha, but they were in the first 2 or 3 minutes, weren't they?
Well, that's right, Joel, and after that it has fallen flat just a little bit. Won't be surprised if they bounce back from here on. Still 0-0. Still got a lot of time left in the game. It's just been 20 minutes so far in the first half. But like you rightly pointed out, the visitors have grown into this game.
They have. They look more comfortable now on the ball. They look tactically and physically perhaps a little bit sharper. You see those kind of tackles. You see those kind of physical battles that we're seeing there. And these young Argentinian lads, they're up for the battle. They're up for this. They really are. And you have to understand them also, because they also want to play in the first team for Defensa Justicia. So this is like an opportunity for them to shine. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's an opportunity for them to shine, to show. And here they come once more. Opportunity for Defensa Justicia. 1-on-1, chance, and that goes wide. But it is an opportunity for them to then stake a claim in the reserve team and then stake a claim in the first team. So it is quite important for them. 22 minutes in. 0-0 still here at the Kalinga at the Fatorda Stadium, not the Kalinga Stadium. Ball for Odisha. Building up from the back. Nice little turn there by number 25. That was Rahim Ali. Ball for Odisha down the flank. Cross coming in, and that's a poor cross for Odisha. It is still 0-0 here between Odisha and Defensa Justicia. And it seems like I've lost Junaid here for a second. I hope he hasn't vanished into thin air. So throw in for Defensa y Justicia. Throw in for the men in white. Nil-nil, 23 minutes in. And we're just waiting because Junaid is having some technical issues with his mic. That's a clearance there by number 5, Delegado. Back to Cruz. Cruz with a cross in. Cleared away. Chance now here. This is number 21, Roy Krishna. Opens it up wide. Opportunity shot goes over. That was a good break there by Roy Krishna and co. With Isaac and Rahim Ali flanking him. But, well, the shot. Not a good finish there for Odisha FC. So a lot of people here complaining about the pitch on the ground here at the Fatorda. It has been raining cats and dogs for the past 2 or 3 days. So actually be happy that we have a game happening at the moment, because the rain that was falling down was of biblical proportions. It really was. Absolutely mental, the weather that we have here in Goa these past few days. 25 minutes in, 0-0, and I think Roy Krishna is down injured, so he's going to be needing some medical attention. Ruth Romero is saying hola. Bueno, hola Ruth, un saludo cordial desde acá, desde la India. This game continues to meander along. It's going to be a goal kick for Defensa Justicia, to be taken by Máximo González. That's not a good kick by Máximo González. It's already the second time that he's done the same thing. Get away though by Odisha. Once again, Odisha with the ball at feet. Cleared away there by Roman Gonzalez. It's going to be a free kick now for Defensa Justicia, to be taken by number 6, Pazos Fernandez. "27 minutes in, still 0-0 in this crunch game of Group B, which we are watching. In this group, of course, Chennai beat Churchill Brothers by 4-1 earlier on in the day, so they are sitting comfortably at the top of the table at the moment. Both of these teams are sharing the points, sharing the spoils. Odisha playing a full-strength side. Let's not forget this. They have Ugo Bumu, they have Ryan Ali, Isaac, Roy Krishna, Toiba Singh, Jerry, Delgado, Ranawade, Amrinder Singh. And they're being held at the moment by Defensa Justicia, who are playing their under-20s. So that's a big coup for Defensa Justicia so far, holding Odisha to a draw at the moment, as that's cleared away by Delgado, number 5, who is congratulated by Amrinder Singh. Throw in for Defensa Justicia. Well, Viswas Hota is asking if you can know or tell more about this Defensa Justicia side. They're from Buenos Aires, actually. They play at in Buenos Aires, so they are one of the top teams in Argentina. Last season they finished in 6th position, so just behind River Plate, Talleres Córdoba, San Lorenzo, Lanús y Estudiantes de La Plata y Esgrima. Así que it's a pretty good side, to be honest with you. They have some very good players. They play in the Estadio Norberto Tito Tomagelo in Buenos Aires, and they have some very interesting players also. Darío Cáceres, the Paraguayan player, Lucas Ferreira from Uruguay. They have some very, very decent players. Gabriel Alanis is a player that I remember watching before. So it's a very interesting team. But of course, they have their youth team here today. So welcome back, Junaid. We have him back on with us. So welcome back, Mr. Comeback Kid. I hope you are fine. Where did you go, my friend? Actually, I don't think he is back yet. So, 0-0 at the drinks break between Odisha and Defensa Justicia. So as we wait for both teams to get back on the pitch and get back playing football, still trying to get our co-commentator Junaid back online with us. Still no signs of life from him. Roman Gonzalez, the big, tall, lumbering number 4 centre-back. Big prospect for Defensa Justicia, of course. Score remains 0-0. So I do hope Junaid is back. If you are back, my friend, please give us a wave. Still not working. PY is saying Junaid is having stomach issues. Well, I wouldn't put it past him. Ball now for Odisha, Ugo Bumu. That goes out of play for a goal kick. Well, for Defensa Justicia, good opportunity. That's a foul on Ivancic. It's going to be a yellow card this time for Odisha. "33 minutes in. 0-0. Deadlock still here at the Fatorda Stadium in Goa. Both teams are calm and composed, but Defensa Justicia are showing that they're not here just to give these under-20 players an exposure trip. They're here to perform, they're here to play, and they're here to win. And so far, as it stands, still deadlocked at 0-0. Free kick though for Defensa Justicia. It's going to be a shot coming in. He slips as he was going to take it. And that goes harmlessly wide. So 0-0. Amir Ranawade was shown a yellow card, and Lionel Rodriguez is saying, "What food did you make Junaid eat after the previous match prediction?" Well, whatever it is, it hasn't gone down well with him, unfortunately. It's going to be out for a throw-in for Defensa Justicia. "35 minutes in, throw in for the young men in white." But once again for Defensa Justicia. Nice challenge there. Throw in for Odisha to be taken by Rahim Ali. Ranawade actually to take it. So it's going to be a foul this time for Roy Krishna and Odisha. as Ivancic was shown a yellow card for Defensa Justicia. Free kick to be taken by Laltatanga. It's going to be an in-swinger. Oh, that's a decent ball to the back post. Overhead kick, and that goes wide. A game of very few chances for both of these sides. Defensa Justicia have been solid at the back. And Odisha are struggling to break them down. They really are. Ball's gone out of play once more. Throw in for Odisha deep inside Defensa Justicia territory. Ball to be collected by Umu. That goes out of play for a corner. So corner for Odisha, the men in red. Still 0-0 here at the Fatorda Stadium. Corner taken short. Ball for Ranawade. Cleared away by Defensa Justicia once more. Chance, opportunity. Oh, good save by Maximo Gonzalez.
Still got 6 minutes left in the regulation time, and
well, finally you're back, Junaid. Welcome back.
thank you, Joel. Still 0-0 with about 5-6 minutes left in the normal time. Odisha FC have had a couple of chances early on, and then seems like the chances have dried down. Visitors have looked rock solid in the back line.
It is going to be a corner kick taken by Ugo Bumu. It's a flighting corner, and it goes, well, harmlessly over everyone. So, Junaid, there was a rumor going around here in the YouTube chat that you had fallen sick because I had given you some very, very bad food. I hope that's not true.
No, that's not true at all. I can trust Joel with his food and his treat, of course, because I've got it after a long, long time. After God knows how long. 20, 30 predictions that I've got wrong, and then finally...
You got it today, Junaid. Junaid, the comeback kid. Junaid, the comeback kid, on a comeback tour here at the Fatorda Stadium alongside yours truly, Joel Richard Williams. It is 0-0 between Odisha FC and Defensa Justicia here at the Fatorda Stadium. The Argentinian side have come all the way from Buenos Aires, land of tango, land of fantastic food, and of course land of the Rosarino Leo Messi. So it is a interesting game, and this so far is proving to be the tightest of all the games that we've done, Junaid, isn't it?
That's right, and I didn't anticipate it to go this way because with the start Odisha FC has had, it looked like they're going to find the back of the net on a couple of times, at least in the first half. Hasn't been an easy going for them. And like we've been mentioning, the visitors have grown into this fixture, grown with confidence, and have settled down quite well.
Free kick coming in, and that goes over the bar. A good chance, though, for Defensa Justicia. They are showing that, you know, you take us kids lightly at your own peril. That's what they're pretty much saying to Odisha. I mean, Odisha have lowered the tempo of the game. But my question for you, Junaid, is, has this been done purposely by Odisha, or have Defensa y Justicia made them slow the game down? Argentinian sides, I know because I watch a lot of Argentinian football, they are tactically very, very astute football players. They will use every trick in the book to try and get an advantage over the opponent. So is it Is it Odisha's doing that they haven't really created much after? Or is it Defensa Justicia, their tactical setup, that has prevented them from creating anything? We'll come back to that now. We'll come back to that now after this free kick, Junaid. Just hold the thought for a second. You can go on, mate. What do you think?
Well, I think they have aligned themselves in a better way after an early start. First 5-7 minutes odd. They looked a bit lackluster in the back line, but then since then on, they have looked more organized defensively and haven't let any of those forward running balls to develop from there on, and have looked better as the game has progressed. So Odisha, they'll have to try and create a few more chances and get the ball consistently in the final third, which hasn't been the case, especially barring the odd occasions in the last 5 minutes or 8 minutes or so.
Like I said, this Defensa Justicia side, they might be an under-20 team, but they're going in for the tackles. They have a point to prove. They want to play for the main team. They want to play in the top Argentina division, the Super División. They want to play there against the likes of Boca Juniors and River Plate and Belgrano and Estudiante and Talleres and so forth. They want to compete against the very best in Argentina. So they are giving it a right old go here in Fatorda today in Goa, because it's a showcase for them also. I'm pretty sure they'll go back to Argentina after this tournament, and the main coach, the head coach, will ask the youth coach who's here today, and he will give back a report on the players that he sees are ready to make a jump into the first team and so forth. So it's a very important game for them also, isn't it?
Well, that's right, and all these kids would definitely want to eye a position in the main side, and that's what they are here for. Trying to prove themselves, impress the coaches, get back and get that spot they've been so dearly waiting for. And on the flip side, Odisha FC would definitely like to test out a few new joinings. They've got good game time and then prepare themselves for the bigger prize at stake starting next month.
That shot goes safely into Amrinder's feet there. Didn't really trouble him. Still 0-0 as we are nearly at the end of the first half. A game bereft of chances. A game that has been tactical, that has been played mostly in the middle of the park. A lot of pressing. It's going to be another free kick there committed by Fernando Pasos. So it's interesting to see the different styles of football. Here come Defensa Justicia once more, intercepted by Delgado. Delgado plays the ball up front. Mistake at the back for Defensa Justicia. They managed to clear the lines as Rana Wade was pressing high up the field. 3 minutes of added on time in this first half. Who will be the happier of the two teams, Junaid? What do you think?
Well, I think the visitors would be definitely the happier of the two sides going into the halftime break, because they've had a long flight, have flown down to a new country, new conditions, it's hot and humid here, and then have settled down quite well. Haven't conceded. They came close to conceding a couple of times in the first half, but then they have stuck to it, have aligned themselves, have organized themselves in the back line. Like you mentioned, it has been a midfield battle so far. And then, you never know, decent second half, they might just fancy their chances a little bit.
Well, the main team for Defensa Justicia played last night at 1:30 in the morning, India time. And they lost against Instituto by 4-1 in the city of Cordoba. Alani scored a goal for Defensa Justicia. So, I mean, it's an opportunity for these kids to say, hey, wait a second, you know, I can do better than what the senior players are doing. So, I want to be given a chance to play in the Super División in Argentina. It's going to be a free kick taken and cleared away once more by Odisha. But this is, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I did say at the beginning of the game, it's going to be a barometer as what we can measure the quality and the level of Indian football, because Odisha are playing. That's going to be a corner kick, surely. Yes, it is. Mistake there by India international Amrinder Singh. Odisha are playing with their full squad. Let's not kid ourselves here. This is not Odisha's reserve team players. This is not Odisha's under 20s, Odisha's B team. This is what they have. Hugo Bumu, Isaac, Roy Krishna, Raim Ali, Toiba Singh at the back, Delgado, Ranawade, Amrinder Singh, Diego Mauricio on the bench, Murtada Fall on the bench. This is their main squad, Junaid. And to be struggling against an under 20 side from Argentina, it just shows you the gap, I guess. Corner kick coming in. The gulf, perhaps, in quality, the tactical gap that there is between both sides as that ball gets played in. Cleared away once more by Odisha. What do you think about that? I mean, it's quite interesting to note that.
Players have been coming off from a break. Some have, like you mentioned, some have participated in the Durand Cup, some haven't. It's the first game, it's a pre-season. And that's the half-time here at the Fatoda. How do you analyze this first half, Joel? Because it's been evenly poised after a very good start. Odisha FC not capitalizing on the run, and the visitors have grown with confidence. They have grown into this fixture.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think that this game has been lackluster so far. It's a very Argentina kind of game. I mean, I watched a lot of Argentinian football before, and they're very tactically disciplined. They are very they can be organized, very well organized, and this Defensa Justicia side is precisely that. Tactically disciplined, very well organized defensively and in the midfield. They are closing down, they are pressing nicely when they have to press, and it's a very chess-like game of football at the moment, which doesn't make for a good viewing if you want to watch goals, but for people that analyze games, it makes for an interesting matchup, because it's a very chess-like game. It really is. A lot of mental games being played here in this match. So guys, we are going to go for a break now, myself and Junaid. So be back with you guys in 10-12 minutes for the start of the second half between Odisha FC and Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia. So we are back for the start of the second half between Odisha and Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia from Argentina. It is a very warm welcome back to the second half of this game to myself and to all of you fans, and of course to Junaid. Junaid, welcome back, mate.
Thank you, Joel. I can see on the sidelines Diego Mauricio is getting ready to come on, and Rohit Kumar has been taken out. How do you see that change going, Joel? Because like we've always been mentioning, they did start on the right note but haven't been able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Diego Mauricio brings a whole level of experience and quality that perhaps Rohit Kumar doesn't have at the present moment in time. So it's going to be a change in tactics. Diego Mauricio will play up front. Krishna will drop down to the wing, or maybe play as a number 10, and Rai Mali with Isaac there. So it's going to be interesting. It's more attacking, and also Villagra and Oberman Benitez have been brought on for Defensa y Justicia, so they are also making a double substitution. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, both managers made it very clear at the beginning of the game that they want to win this match. They want to win the tournament. They haven't come here. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. You don't come all the way from Argentina, 10,000 kilometers away, just to make the numbers, you know. You come here to actually win the tournament. It's as simple as that. So they are really gunning for this, as of course our Odisha FC. They want to win this game. They want to win the tournament. This is what Sergio Lovera said at the pre-match interview that we had here at Sportscast India. He said, we want to win the game. We want to win the tournament. So, with all that said and done, Odisha are putting in more firepower. Diego Mauricio for Rohit Kumar. Now they have, how many foreigners in the team now? 1, 2, 3, 4 foreigners in the starting lineup. Oh! Opportunity for Defensa y Justicia to open the scoring. That was a close one, Junaid.
Well, that's right. Looked like the back line switched off for a moment, and they got really, really close there. Couldn't have missed by much. Defense caught napping. Trying to build up from the back now.
Napping indeed. They were caught napping there by Defensa y Justicia. And, well, it's a fast start to the Argentinians, for the Argentinians in the second half. It's number 7 now. This is Laltatanga. That's again intercepted by Defensa y Justicia. Ball now once again for Odisha. This is a decent ball in, but safely into the hands of Maximo Gonzalez. 0-0. Defensa y Justicia with the best chance of the second half so far. Oberman for Cruz as a substitution, as we pointed out before, and Villagra for Ivancic. Another free kick.
Double substitutions from Defensa Justicia.
So, free kick for the men in white, Defensa y Justicia. Looking to open the scoring in this match. It's going to be another free kick coming in. Decent one in. Chance! Goal! Vergara opens the scoring for Defensa y Justicia. 12,000 kilometers away in India, all the way from Buenos Aires. Defensa y Justicia's under-20 side are leading against one of India's top teams in Odisha FC. It's 1-0. It's Vergara, the hero for the Argentinians. Junaid.
Well, that's right. It might be a lackluster first half, but they have started the second half with some pace. A needless free kick to concede in the first place, and then from the set piece. Ball delivered, targeting one of those white shirts there. Toe pokes it into the back of the net, and they go 1-0 up. What a start to the second half we've had here.
Well, it is. And this puts into context the level of Indian football at the moment. It really does put it into context, Junaid. It really is something that perhaps we were not expecting, but this is the reality of the issue. Defensa y Justicia are playing better than Odisha, and it's just fascinating to see this. Really is. It's 1-0 for the men in white. I mean, I'm still a bit starstruck at the moment. I mean, don't get me wrong, Odisha will probably come back into this game. Here they go again. No! Good save by Maximo Gonzalez from that header by Roy Krishna. So 1-0. Junaid, Odisha rocked by this setback. Look at that distribution. Look at that distribution. That was absolutely beautiful by Maximo Gonzalez. That is a typical Argentinian, typical South American distribution. You see Emiliano Martinez do that. You see Allison do that. You see so many South American keepers do that kind of distribution there. That cross goes well behind. But Junaid, what on earth can Odisha do from here right now? They're trading 1-0 against an under-20 side, playing with their full squad. What can they do?
They've got everybody on the pitch. They've got Diego Mauricio in the center. They'll have to try and come out of their strides and play down the flanks, try and do something different, stretch out the back line of the visitors, and try and make that telling difference. It hasn't happened so far, especially in the major part of the first half and in the last 5 minutes here in the second half. And the visitors have grown in confidence right throughout the way they are moving the ball. They are looking a treat to watch at the moment. It's melting down again here in Goa. Joel, has been the case for the whole of yesterday and a little bit of today. It's been hot and humid right throughout. Signs of rain.
It has been hot and humid, and now the heavens have opened, and Defensa y Justicia are finding themselves in the comfort zone at the moment. It's 1-0 for them against Odisha FC. And as you rightly pointed out, the rain is starting to pelt down. This will maybe benefit Odisha. They're used to these conditions in India. Defensa y Justicia, this is absolutely alien to them. But it is amazing. And like I say, this Odisha side is mostly full team, except Jahu, who's not playing in this game also. But they are using 4 foreigners. A chance here for Odisha. That goes behind for a goal kick. It's a very disciplined team, this Defensa y Justicia, isn't it? In fact, let me just translate what Defensa y Justicia means in English. Defensa y Justicia means defense and justice, pretty much. So you can, from the team name, you can already kind of gather the style of play that they're going to have. They're going to be an honest bunch, and they're going to be a team that is tactically defensive and astute also tactically. So it's fantastic to watch them play like this and to compete against a top quality side in Odisha, and for the moment be leading. You can see the celebrations, Junaid, how much it meant for them, didn't it?
That's right, and they are desperate to win this one. Want to prove a point to probably the head coach behind that spot in the main team. A lot of players from the youth, from the reserves who have made their long trip here in India. And then to come back and score that opening goal. Some signs of celebrations as Odisha FC tries to come forward. Another patient build-up. This is number 8 with a lovely through ball. Cuts it inside the box. Can he pull it back? Chance, no!
Oh, wait. There's going to be a yellow card here for diving, I guess. Referee was in a very good position and he saw that it was not a penalty kick. We're going to have to see the replay of that again, but the referee called it right, I believe, here. There's no complaints by Roy Krishna at the moment. We're going to have to see this again now. He's not complaining, and Roy Krishna is the kind of player that if he's been hard done by, he will complain. It's a clear dive, isn't it, Junaid?
That's right, and the ref was quick to spot it. Yes, there was no contact or bare minimum contact on that, and it goes down on the ground.
Away though by Odisha. Defensa Justicia once again with the ball. It's going to be a throw-in for the Argentinian side, all the way from Buenos Aires. And that is an offside at the end. So 1-0, and a very interesting prospect of a game. The last 30 minutes possibly are going to be crucial. They're going to be deciding what's going to happen in this group. This is, let's not forget, Junaid, this is the group of death, isn't it?
That's right, and we did mention before, this is a group of death, and we were expecting Odisha FC, we are actually even now, just trailing by a goal to nil with a lot of time still left in the game. You can always try and make a comeback from here.
One thing with Argentinian teams is you will get these kind of melees and little arguments happening during the game. So they do have a lot of character, Argentinian players. So throw in for Defensa Justicia. Goes behind for a throw in as the ball boy with the poncho recovers the ball. Throw in for Defensa Justicia. One-0 for the men in white. So it's another free kick, and this game is getting a little bit out of hand here for the referee. Yellow card. What do you make of this aggression by these Argentinian players right now?
Well, they are pumped up, they're charged up for this. They know where this game is going. They have been wide in the first half, trying to get the right measure of things, and now they have grown into the confidence. And I won't be surprised, Joel, if they manage to get a second one, because they have upped the intensity quite a little bit, especially in the last 7-8 minutes or so after having scored that first goal. And still, we haven't seen the sort of response which was expected out of Odisha FC as yet in the second half.
And I have to say one thing. I mean, you don't want to see, you know, that's another free kick. This is getting a bit out of hand already. It really is getting a little bit out of hand. Another yellow card shown for one of the Defensa Justicia team members. It's the referee has to control this. And the players, as some of the fans from Argentina are saying, they're between 17 and 19 years of age. They're pretty much kids. You know, the more seasoned, experienced Odisha players have to not fall into the trap of these kids. I mean, they're more experienced. You know, they are well-seasoned, veteran players, and they're falling into the trap of these kids time and time again. The game is, at the moment, running away from them, and Defensa Justicia are playing a decent brand of football. They're sticking to their guns, sticking to what they have to do. It's interesting, Junaid. Very interesting. If this game remains like this, then we have Odisha against Chennai, Church of Brothers against Defensa Justicia. It's going to be a very interesting group. It really is. I'm pumped up for this. I really am. It's a good game of football so far. This is Rainier Fernandez opens it up wide. Hugo Bumus with the cross in, and that header straight into the hands of Maximo Gonzalez. Now, what do Odisha have to do different, Junaid? What do they have to do different to get back in the game?
We haven't seen enough involvement coming in from Diego Mauricio. They'll have to try and link it up, get him more on the ball and try and stretch out. There was a decent move there with Hugo Momos trying to operate from the left. Game has been played a lot from the midfield. Haven't seen them coming off and in the final third quite consistently. It's all flaring up here, Joel. It's getting a bit too intense. It's getting a bit too intense. Cars shown. Then players having a go at each other on a more consistent basis.
Quiroga is coming on now for Vergara, the goal scorer. So Quiroga coming on for Vergara, who is outside there injured. It's, I mean, I'm struggling to understand this. It just shows us the level of the football that we have right now in India at the moment. It really does. I'm not kidding ourselves here. I mean, Brisbane Roar absolutely smashed Tempo yesterday 5-1 with 10 players. Defensa Justicia with an under-20 side, players that are 17 and 19 years of age, between those two age groups, between 17 and 19, are beating one of the best teams in India, which competed in the AFC Cup, and it's just fascinating for me, Junaid. It really is, to see how this is unfolding just in front of our eyes. You know, what many people have been saying, that there is a need for an improvement of grassroots level football in India. And that is an urgent need. In Argentina, why do you see so many Argentinian players playing in the likes of France, Spain, Italy, and other lesser nations? They emigrate when they are young. They leave Argentina to go try different experiences abroad. They are open to that challenge, that experience. I don't see a lot of Indian young players making the move abroad. And if they do, they come home back after a year because they miss mom's biryani and the butter chicken. I mean, I really honestly don't understand it. And that has to change. It really does have to change, because this is showing us the path forward. It really is, Junaid. Absolutely amazing. It really is.
That's right, and still have to be a little bit patient in terms of, because it's not going to be overnight. It will take some time, and it will take some doing to get there.
Diego Mauricio with the ball. Mauricio saved by Maximo Gonzalez, and the ball is still alive. Eventually cleared. Junaid, you say it's going to take time. How much more time are we willing to wait to see India qualify for a World Cup on merit? I mean, how much more time are we going to wait for India to have a good Asia Cup? How much more time? Time is not of the essence here. Japan had a different kind of attitude to football 20-30 years ago when they hosted the World Cup. They they changed the whole concept of it, and now look where they are. Why can't we do the same thing? Why is it always the same excuses? Time. Time doesn't stop for anyone, Junaid. Look at Vietnam now. Look at the likes of Indonesia, in the Asia Cup recently. So there has to be a lot of change here, and a lot of work in the grassroots. That is really my own personal opinion on this, because unless you get players coming in through the ranks that actually leave India and progress and play abroad and get experience abroad, it's going to be the same time and time again, no matter how much time you give them. That's what it is, I guess. So, Junaid has been stayed quiet for me there. Well, I'm sorry about that. That was just me trying to get this point through, that we do need to invest in our youth. As Defensa Justicia is showing the way here today, you have to invest in youth. There's no other way around it. I mean, it just... What else can I say? So a little bit of a break here.
I agree with you on that, Joel. That's right. I agree with you on most of the points that you have covered. We have to invest in the youth, but at the same time, give some time, cut some slack to the boys. Yes, I agree on the Japan front, on the Vietnam front, the way they have developed. That is something that the Indian football system can replicate. Trying from way outside the box there, couldn't quite connect it properly. An early release. Chasing the game down, still got 24 minutes left in the contest. Odisha FC will have to try and come up with something better as this attack progresses from the right this time. Looping ball inside the box, takes the first touch. Yes, the clearance again. They have looked pretty organized in the back there, the visitors, Joel. Nothing has been... They haven't been able to break through Odisha FC, that back line of Defensa of Justicia.
Well, yeah, they are a very organized bunch, aren't they? And it's a very good game right now. Here comes Mauricio! 1-1! It wasn't Diego Mauricio, I think. I'm not sure. It's Rainier Fernandez. An equalizer for Odisha. Finally, Odisha have leveled the game. At long last, it's taken them 68 long minutes to finally have a proper shot on target. And it's 1-1, Junaid. Finally, they're back home. Finally, they're back in on the scoreboard.
Well, finally, they are back in business, and Rainier Fernandez comes off the bench and gets on the score sheet. Got all to play for here in the last 20 minutes. It's anybody's game now, the way they are playing at the moment, because Odisha FC would definitely try and up the ante going into the final quarter.
They have to. It's pride. They have to up the ante. They cannot go back to their hotel rooms tonight and say, hey, we played okay against these kids from Argentina. We lost, but yeah, it's fine. They cannot do that. It's pride now they're playing for. This really good goal by Rainier And into the bottom corner, nothing Maximo Gonzalez could do about that. But they have to go out now and try and win this game. Because anything other than a win, I'm not even kidding here, anything other than a win, it's not good enough. It really isn't good enough. So 20 minutes left here in this game. Ball now for Odisha. This is Delgado. Delgado plays it out to Laltatanga. This is Rainier once again. Nice looking ball there by Rainier. He's going to get there. He does get there, but the final ball not good enough. So an equalizer for Odisha just moments ago. Vasquez is coming on. Number 14 is coming on for Defensa y Justicia. So again, 20 minutes left for either of these two sides to perhaps find a winner here at the Fatorda Stadium. If anyone will win this game, Junaid, what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think has the upper hand right now?
The way Odisha FC have been winning the ball in the last few minutes, they look like they might just get the winner here. The shot comes in from the distance. It was always going wide and over. Like I mentioned, they have upped the ante and are looking a bit swift going forward now, especially the likes of Rainier and Mauricio, beg your pardon. Again, trying to build up from the back. The right flank has been their preferred route, especially in the second half. Switches it towards the left. Goes all the way back. It's been that sort of a day, Joel, that sort of a game perhaps, wherein not enough clear-cut chances created. Then I would still think Odisha FC have that firepower, who might just deliver the result they are after towards the final 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look, let's not kid ourselves here. They have experienced players on the pitch. Roy Krishna, Fiji international, Rahim Ali, Diego Mauricio, Rainier, who just scored the goal, Delgado, Pumu. I mean, they on paper should be winning this game. Let's not mince our words here, guys. They should be winning this game. But on the other hand, you have to praise this Defensa y Justicia side. They've been superb. Tactically, they've outsmarted and outplayed Odisha, and you know, technically Odisha are better. That's an offside there against Roy Krishna. Technically, they might be better than Defensa y Justicia, but tactically, the Argentinians have shown them a clean set of heels, and that's the reality of it. They're playing their game, and Odisha have been how should I say, childish enough to fall into the trap of playing according to Defensa y Justicia's game plan. Defensa y Justicia's game plan has always been to try and slow the game down, has always been to try and be aggressive and be rough, and they've fallen for that, Odisha. They've entered that game, they've entered that ring that Defensa y Justicia has prepared for them. And they have to be tactically smarter, Odisha, they really do. "17 minutes left. That's cleared away again by Defensa y Justicia. Would you make any tactical changes here, Junaid? As in, like, would you make any more substitutions? I mean, you have Murtada 4 on the bench, Gibson Singh. I mean, what would you do?
I think they are going to stick to the 11 on the pitch at the moment because, like we've mentioned, they are looking decent, a bit sharp now with Rainier and Diego Mauricio in the middle. They might just fancy their chances of getting that all-important second goal Not too sure about the visitors, if at all they are going to try and make some sort of changes. It's going to be a corner on the other side of the post.
So this is the fourth game of the Bhausaheb Bandodkar Memorial Trophy. It is 1-1 between Odisha and Defensa Justicia. It is a chess-like game. Corner kick for Odisha FC. Corner is now again another chance for Roy Krishna. Couldn't capitalize on that. If there's one thing that Argentinian players have, so we're going to come back to that now, is a lot of garra. La garra argentina is a very big aspect of how they play football. It's this kind of fearlessness. It's this kind of they go into the game and it's like a battle for them. Every single inch of that grass, every single ball, 50-50, they will give their life for it. So La Garra Argentina is something that characterizes Argentinian players and Uruguayan players. Every time you see Uruguay play in a World Cup or in a Copa America, they always give it everything, don't they? So that kind of spirit characterizes people from that part of the world, Argentina, Uruguay, and so forth. And it's fascinating to see it live here in this Defensa Justicia side. It really is. For me as a coach personally, I'm loving the way that they're tactically set up, the way that they're just waiting for the right moments, and the way that they're going for every single 50-50, for every single loose ball, for every single blade of grass. They're just there. They're just hungrier at the moment. It's incredible, Junaid.
That's right, and the hunger has been there right since the get-go. All they needed was a bit of time to settle in, get the feel of the turf, feel of the ground. His shot comes in! That was a decent effort from way out. Xavier Gama there with that strike. You're coming close for a second one. Opened up nicely for him. In fact, ends up taking a deflection of Acosta Bryan there as we head into a quick drinks break and a minute or two for both the sets of the players and the coaches to have a quick word and get the final set of instructions out. Still got 13 minutes and a thick bit left in the game.
They have to gather the thoughts, especially the Odisha management and the Odisha team. They really have to gather their thoughts here. That goal there by Vergara, number 9, for Defensa Justicia, and of course Rainier Fernandez with the equalizer for Odisha FC. What would you be telling your players right now if you were Lovera, Junaid?
Continue the way that you're going, because they have, like we've mentioned, they've looked good in the last 10-15 minutes or so. Just find that one telling delivery and then find that back of the net. And on the other hand, the visitors have sat back, trying to absorb as much of pressure as they possibly can, and then might just try and hit on the counter in the last 10 minutes. Never know. They've looked pretty organized defensively, as we have pointed out on several occasions. But then, in the end, going into the final quarter, it could be a very different Odisha FC side that we have known for.
Well, 12 minutes they have to salvage this game now, Odisha. Ball gets played in, header! Goal! Odisha take the lead, it's 2-1. And this is what we expected. This is what we demanded. They should be in the lead, and they have finally done it. It is Delgado with a header, which goes and loops over Maxi Gonzalez, and it's 2-1 for Odisha with 11 minutes left, Junaid.
Well, that's right. We've seen how they have come back after they've scored that goal. Chances created, and a looping header just over, redirecting the set piece over the keeper's head and finds the back of the net there. Now then, for the first time, they will be chasing this game down, the visitors.
And
will we see a response
Junaid,
coming in from them?
Will be sorry, just one quick thing. You said that they're going to be chasing the game now. Now you're going to see Defensa Justicia be super intense. And if they have to commit a foul, they will commit it. They will be super intense in the next 11, 12 minutes, because now they are the ones chasing the game. You can already see the press. You can already see, that was number 8, Villagra, trying to get closer to his opponent there. You're going to see them now try to cover as much blade of grass as they possibly can, because that is their mentality. That is the way that they are. And they're not going to sit back and just accept this. And now this is going to test Odisha in a different way, Junaid. How will they cope with a young team playing against them, full of running, full of energy, full of enthusiasm, full of spirit, and garra Argentina? How are they going to cope with that? That's going to be interesting. Now a new game plan for Sergio Lovera and Odisha in the last maybe 15 minutes of this game. He has to try and communicate this to his team. This Argentina side is going all out, guns blazing now in the last 15 minutes. They have to. There you go. Just an example of what I was just saying. It's I've seen so much Argentinian football in my life that I just know how this is going to pan out now. I really do. It's going the way that I thought. It's going the way that I thought it was going to be. It really is. Interesting game now, isn't it, Junaid?
Well, that's right. And back to the point that you were making, it's going to be the experience versus the youth.
Side netting there. Another good opportunity there for Odisha to get themselves a little bit of a buffer between themselves and Defensa Justicia. Experience against youth. Interesting concept you just mentioned that number 17 Mawia is coming on for number 19 for Isaac. I mean, this is interesting, isn't it? Experience or youth? What would you rather have in the last 15 minutes of a game?
Probably have the experience going my way, because you do have absolute quality going forward. Some proven players who can take that extra bit of pressure the game brings it to them. And of course, not discounting the endeavor on display from the visitors. Here's another attack moving from the right, trying to get the cross in, gets it blocked. Another corner conceded. Last time they did ended up conceding a goal, perhaps. This is some pressure being mounted by the home side, Joel, going into the last 10 minutes, 8 minutes or so.
I agree with you, and obviously experience plays a pivotal role in, if you're holding onto a lead, you know, the more experienced players you have, the better it is. If you're chasing down a lead, I would rather have youth on my side. Opportunity now for Odisha once more, cleared away though by Defensa Justicia. For Odisha again, this is Ugo Bumu. Ugo Bumu, cleared away again. I mean, what can we say about the organization of this tournament, this Bhausaheb Bandodkar Memorial Trophy? It's been fantastic so far, hasn't it, Junaid? I mean, the Goa Football Association and the government of Goa have done a great job. in managing to host these 8 teams for this really, really good football tournament. As Diego Mauricio comes forward now, plays the ball to the edge of the D. Another foul, I told you so. That's going to be another yellow card, and it looks like he is going to be off here. I think it's his second yellow, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's his first, actually. That's number 4, Roman Gonzalez. We have to praise the Goa Football Association and the Goa government, don't we, Junaid, for the stunning work that they've done with this tournament so far.
Well, that's right, and the addition of the foreign teams has definitely added a bit more flavor to the entire tournament. A lot of viewership, a lot of fans tuning in to watch these games. It has just begun. There'll be games back on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll be back again on Friday, and then we move to the knockout stages. Yep, that's right.
So 15 games in total here in this Bhausaheb Bandodkar Memorial Trophy. So we've already done 4 with this one. So that it's like we've already seen all 8 teams in this tournament. Which team has stood out the most, would you say, Junaid?
Well, I might just pick out a couple. Chennai have looked solid. Brisbane Roar have looked really decent, especially the situation they were put into, reduced to 10 men, and then have come back from there on and scored 4 goals in the second half. FC Goa have looked quite decent as well. Looked a bit rusty, a bit lackluster in the first half, and then sorted their things out and produced a result in their favour. The I-League teams, Tempos, Sporting Club de Goa, they have some homework to do before they come back for their next round of fixtures.
So free kick in a dangerous position here for Odisha, looking to score a 3rd and give themselves a little bit of comfort in the dying embers of this game. It's going to be Diego Mauricio. Oh, saved! Oh, paradón del portero. What a save that is by Máximo González. What a save, Junaid. Stunning.
Superb, mind-blowing, absolutely magnificent. That was going in for all money, diving full length to his left and coming up with an absolute blinder. What a save that was. 3 minutes. This is going to be frantic stuff as we approach the end of the regulation time. It's end-to-end stuff. Here's the attack building in, trying to find that final ball cut out by the defense. Can they bring it forward? Odisha FC nicked away again. They are hustling and fighting for every single ball that is out there to be won, Joel.
It wouldn't surprise me if we saw some red cards in this game, because now Odisha are showing their experience, but this Defensa Justicia side is not going to lay down and take it. I mean, they are dishing it right back at Odisha, and oh, this is a pretty interesting game. It really is a really good game of football. So free kick for Defensa Justicia. Ball gets played in, cleared away by Odisha. Hooked away, back to number 6, Fernandez Pasos. Another long ball forward by Fernandez Pasos. That goes away for a throw-in for the men in white. Defensa Justicia now with the ball. Mistake there, now Mauia with the possession. Diego Mauricio, nice silky football by Odisha FC. Ball for number 24, Toiva. Another free kick. The referee is trying to lay down the law here. No free kick, actually. It's going to be a throw-in for Defensa Justicia. 2 minutes left. Are we going to see an equalizer here, or do you think Odisha have just enough to take all 3 points today? Junaid.
Well, I think they have got the job done, in my opinion. Joel, because of course they didn't start quite well, especially in the middle part of the first half, and then the way they began the second half, conceding early on. They've bounced back, scored twice, and have looked for good for a few more actually. Won't be surprised if they manage to get their third one. And prove me right with my prediction for the second time in the day. 3-1 is what I predicted for in favor of Odisha FC before the game began. So I won't be complaining.
You've already won one today. Don't be greedy, Junaid. Please. Yeah, for all the fans on our YouTube chat asking where are the fans, that's another free kick. I will answer that question shortly. It's been raining cats and dogs here in Goa at the moment, so it's very hard to actually be here for this game. Another free kick. Brian Acosta this time with a yellow card given to him. Referees had a tough time out there today, the referee, hasn't he, Junaid?
That's right, and he's been a busy man right throughout the evening. Calling out the action. Has reached out to his pocket several times, especially in the second half, when the game has got a bit more intense, a bit more physical. Hugo Bombs. 6 minutes have been added on. Here's Hugo with a shot! Easy routine save in the end by Maximo Gonzalez. Six minutes left in the game, Joel, and where do you see this going? Do you think Odisha FC have had it covered, have had it enough? Or do you see an equalizer coming in from the visitors?
I think Odisha have got this covered right now. Another opportunity here for Diego Mauricio this time. Cleared away by Defensa and Justicia, but you never know. 6 minutes is a long time in football. I remember 6-7 magical minutes in Istanbul. When Liverpool were 3-0 down and we leveled the game at 3-3 against AC Milan. A team with Shevchenko, Nesta, Cafu, Stam, Dida, Kaká, and well, we had Jimmy Traore on the wing. So you never know in football, Junaid. The most unlikeliest of things, it is Odisha leading this game, and can we say deservedly? I think they've deserved it. I'm not going to lie. I think they have deserved it. They've been better than Defensa and Justicia. But tactically, Defensa and Justicia has shown them that they are up there with, you know, the very best. Junaid.
Well, that's right. And I think they came with a game plan, and that was to try and sit back, take the game deep perhaps, and then scored from a set piece. We haven't seen them create enough chances in the second half. The goal they scored was from a set piece. Is that a pull back? Looks like it's gonna be an easy booking, this one, Joel.
It is. It was a yellow card, clear yellow card. I mean, he can't really complain about it. It was a clear yellow card there. And it's going to be another free kick this time for Odisha FC. We're going to see it again here. Come on, he's pulling him back. I mean, can't really complain, can he? 3 minutes left in this game. It is 2-1 for Odisha here at the Fatorda Stadium in Goa. Which I have to say again, there's a red alert going all around Goa due to the rain. So it has been raining, pouring, cats and dogs. So perhaps that is a reason why there are no fans in attendance. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Goan supporters of all ages would have been here watching this game. Chance for Ugo Bumu. Blocked away by the wall. Throw in for Odisha. Oh, this is now getting out of hand, isn't it, Junaid? Players going down, players tumbling. What's happening here, Junaid?
Just got 2 minutes and a few seconds to see out. And definitely those are not the prettiest of sights to see, especially in the preseason. You've got a long season ahead, and then you don't want to go down and get yourself injured. Throw in for Odisha FC. Still trying to make things happen. Gets it inside. Hugo Bomos opens up nicely. Still inside the box. Clearance comes in. They want to score the next one,
sure.
and then.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Junaid, one thing's for sure. Odisha are going back to their hotel rooms today. They're going to have scars all over their body. They're going to have bangs and bruises everywhere. Because this Defensa y Justicia side has been rough today. They have been on the game today. They've been on the edge, on the line. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being dirty and rough. And they've been bordering on that line today, Junaid, haven't they?
Yes, you're right, actually. Especially after they conceded for the first time. It looked like when you could see from the way they were moving, trying to press, the way they were moving forward, and then those tackles coming in, those challenges that looked a bit rough. It's absolutely fine if you don't cross the line. Here they are again. In the last minute, possibly bringing bodies forward. There's a long ball played out, targeting the right flank there as one of the boys in red goes down. Looks like it's Xavier Gama. How happy should he be today, Joel?
I was just going to say he's having a little bit of a smirk because he understands that he's been in a battle today. Every single time that you go into play football against an Argentinian player or team, you're in for a battle. And Odisha are leaving the Fatorda Stadium today with 3 points, knowing that they have been in a battle today against a very young side, an under-19 side, under-20 side from Argentina. They've been tested, Odisha, both mentally, physically, technically, tactically, and it's a pre-season tournament, but I'm pretty sure Lovera will be happy with this kind of test because it shows, that Odisha are perhaps, again, one of the favorites for the ISL title. Interesting days ahead that we have. Tuesday and Wednesday we have 2 more games, 2 more match days, and then of course on Friday and Saturday, as you rightly pointed out, with the semis and final being on the 3rd and on the 6th. Referee blows for the full-time whistle. Look at Rainier, happy, almost hugging the referee, thanking him that the game has finished. 2-1, cracking game of football, Junaid.
That's right, it's been a game of 2 halves for the home side. Started off the game quite well, created a few chances, and then the tempo was down a little bit for the entirety of the first half, and conceding early in the second half. They were pegged back, then came back pretty strongly to score twice, and then seal those 3 crucial points as they move into the next round of games.
Well, my friends, it's been a pleasure being here with you today, Sunday. We saw Chennai beat Churchill Brothers 4-1, and we've seen Odisha beat Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia by 2-1. Goals by Vergara, Rainier, and Rodriguez. Delgado for Odisha FC. It's been a pleasure from my side and Junaid. It always is an absolute blast being here with you guys on Sportscast India and on FIFA Plus, bringing you the best action from this Bhausaheb Bandodkar Memorial Trophy. Well, the next games are happening on Tuesday. I'll be getting the fixtures for you right now at the moment. We will be having 2 more games on Tuesday, 2 more games on Wednesday. So on Tuesday we have Sporting Club de Goa against Tempo, Brisbane Roar against FC Goa, and then we have on Wednesday Club Deportivo Defensa y Justicia against Churchill Brothers and Odisha against Chennai. Till then, please stay safe, take care, and God bless you.